best thing on her. I don't know why you can put me down. Shit, I am the shit.
This ain't no regular thing. I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's talking me nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights. Better get right, I'm a champion. The game is in trouble, I've been in my depth for the piece of the puzzle, I got it for real. Still keep me going, I wake up and hustle, you won't see me buckle, I've been in the field. Man of the town, you been in your fields, I'm adjusting this crown. Call me your majesty, either that or your tragedy, we shutting everything down. I've been hot like somebody put a candle on them. Off top, I don't really stand opponents, this mine. The moment is run out and start a bunch of pandemonium. More game, I got some, the skill is bar one, y'all done, the game in the coffin. Referee screen, rest in peace, so think twice if you next to me, it's West. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to me nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion. It's our repetition, I'm stacking these trophies, I'm good with addition. I spit like a pastor, I give you the vision. Up early morning, enough of the sleeping. My life is a dream, but you wishing you lived it. Haters get livid, my pocket's Pacific, that's deep if you get it. So Tempur-Pedic, I sleep on the critics. Don't feel like competing, I'm hearing these tickets. Whoa, let me switch the flow, a new bounce. Coming to the den with a lion, I'm gon' pounce. Know I've been a king for a while, got a ring and a crown. That's the bling with the blow, what the team is about. Champions, you can tell by the ambience of this sound. Referee screen, rest in peace, and think twice if you never see me, it's no doubt. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. If you talking, it's hard to me nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right. This ain't no regular thing, I came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean, this for my city, yeah, this for my team. If you talking, it's hard to me nice. I play with all of my life. You see my name in the lights, better get right, I'm a champion.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you tuned in to the one and only Big Hank Sports Review. Yeah. Basketball, football, breaking it down for you. Yeah. Now vibe with me. Like, comment, subscribe, oh yeah. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports, like, comment, subscribe, say wow. Kick back, enjoy the ride. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Step on the court, feel the sneaker squeak. Hank call a play like a coach unique. Fast break vision, highlight reel. He breaking down the stats with that southern feel. On the field, end zone, crowd gon' roar. Touchdown energy, we want more. So if you want the game from a real point of view, better show love, like, comment, subscribe to. Like, comment, subscribe, say what. Big Hank, keep the game alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Big Hank Sports Review. NBA nights, NFL days. Hank break it down in so many ways. From the block to the pocket, the hustle, the grind. Every story hit different when Hank defines. Laughs in the flow, but the game stay tight. He shine the spotlight where it feel just right. Sports and the culture, it's more than a vibe. It's the truth and the groove. Come on, subscribe. Now don't wait, don't hesitate. Click that button, elevate. Join the tribe, be part of the crew. Sports review with Hank coming straight to you. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. Keep the channel alive. Basketball, football, talking that truth. Sports review with Hank bringing the proof. Hank Sports Review. Review. Yeah.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We see what the thumbnail says. We see what the thumbnail shows. Guys, it's a good Monday to be here. You know why it's a good Monday? Because I'm celebrating my 51st birthday, but I'm doing it with you guys. I'm doing it with you. I turned 51 today. I turned 51. I'm an old man. Knicks in 5. Jalen is my dad. God damn. American Trace, man, shout out to you, brother. It's been a little minute, but I'm glad to see you. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this. The Knicks did what the Knicks had to do. The Knicks did what the Knicks had to do. And the crazy thing about it is that I remember seeing little clips, man, of people sleeping on Jalen Brunson. Back in 2022, let me turn this ringer off. Oh, jeez. Going on. I remember back in 2022 when people had issue with Jalen Brunson being signed. You know, he was just a sixth man coming from the Dallas Mavericks. They like, what is this guy gonna do for us, for the Knicks? They pretty much just disrespected the whole deal. But all the while, they was putting together a nice little squad. Traded for Malik Bridges, as well as Jason Hart. And now what they got? NBA championship team. Made a deal in order to get Big Cat. Little things that they did to create this team to what it is today. And of course, the last piece was Karl Anthony Towns, a fellow New York native, bringing it back home from the Minnesota Timberwolves because Timberwolves blew that shit up after they lost in the finals. But guess what the Knicks did? The Knicks seen something in him. We seen something in Jalen Brunson. We see something in Malik Bridges. We seen something in Hart. And guess what they did? Added pieces around him. And putting those pieces together is what they got with a championship team. I ain't gonna lie, guys. I didn't think that was gonna be the case. Initially, when I found out the course NBA championship game, I thought it was gonna be the San Antonio Spurs in 6. But I also said it's going to depend on how the Knicks come out. And then boys came out busting their heads, won the first 2 games. And they didn't win it in traditional fashion. They had to make some comebacks. But I tell you what helped the Knicks is that they never gave up. Shout out to the New York Knicks, fan. I know they're happy. It's been over 52 years since the last time they won a title. Phil Jackson was playing. Phil Jackson was on the squad. I remember seeing highlights of that, him smoking a cigarette after they won the title. Easy, right? But that's what's the reality back then. 52 years later, they got it. But it's not like they didn't have opportunities. Back in 94, like I said before, they had opportunity to play in the finals, unfortunately. All right, fortunately, they had to play against the Eastern Conference without Jordan. So at least 2 years without Jordan to play in the NBA Finals. Unfortunately, they didn't make it to the second time round. But in 94, they got the opportunity to play against the Houston Rockets, and unfortunately, we know the results. Like I said, that will be always a rememberable NBA final me because I remember during that same time, they cut to the OJ goddamn chase in the white Bronco. I'll never forget that. They had a hockey game going on at the same time. But they minimized the games, the hockey, as well as the NBA game, for the OJ goddamn chase. I've never seen nothing like this before. But that's what people was interested in. So that was the first time. Last time was 99. When they had Stan Van Gundy and Allen Houston was playing. They couldn't get it done then. And they lost to the San Antonio Spurs. The Tim Duncan and Dave Robinson San Antonio Spurs. So it's the last time they've been to the playoffs since then. Been over 25 years. I mean, that's the last time they've been in the playoff, but the last time they played in the finals, I'm not bad. But that was their reality. Guys, you don't realize if the Knicks are in the playoff, the NBA is good to watch, especially for the Eastern Conference. Why? Because they bring a certain level of expectations to the playoffs, right? They play that toughness, that tenacity that a lot of people like back in the days. So it's obvious they still brought that gritty edge. And with that gritty edge, they brought, man, some good basketball. Now, let me be honest. I mean, them referees let a lot of shit go during that series. Let's be honest with that, right? Your boy Wembley should have had at least 6 techs. And probably, well, if he had 4, you would have got ejected. You would have had to serve a 1-game suspension. I think he only ended up with 3. Now, how that happened, I don't know. Some people say the NBA's fixed. Well, the way that refs was calling made it look like it was. It showed put up a fight like it was fixed. I didn't like how the game was called. It was a lot of questionable things going on in the games. A lot of questionable foul calls that wasn't being called. But I tell you this, the Knicks did not allow them to push them to the point where we're not going to continue to push through them and play through it. We understand the rules of the game. We understand how the game is being called, and we're going to power through. Look, you got to be happy for the Knicks fans. They deserve this. They deserve the opportunity of winning the title, playing for the title, let alone winning it. And that's what happened. That's what happened. And man, it was a great game, very exciting game, back and forth. Wasn't a high scoring game like the other ones was. But it still was a good game. We got the title of NBA title Saturday night, the 13th. I know a couple buddies at New York Knicks fans, so congratulations to them. Congratulations to them for winning a title and being able to watch your team celebrate. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. Now, I'm hoping I can do it with my Chicago Bears. Just wrapped up OTAs for the Chicago Bears and getting a lot of good feedback and all that good stuff, how the certain players are really stepping up. That's a great thing. Looking forward to getting more feedback. We also know in the month of June, saying where we, It's going to be the mandatory OTAs. You know, it's supposed to be voluntary. We all know it's always mandatory. But it's just the way the game plays. But as far as the Knicks, man, they took care of business. They said you can't win an NBA title with a small guard as your lead dog and on the NBA. Jalen Brunson proved that wrong. That's exactly what he did. Was MVP of the NBA Finals. Took care of business. Put the team on the back and he carried them. Somebody said the NBA is too many flopping. Well, you know, some people may feel that way, and I understand. Look, we all know it's not as tough as it used to be. You know, we're not talking about like in 84, 85 of the NBA. It's not that. It's not even the NBA of the 90s, let alone the 80s. It's the NBA of the 2026. Is there going to be some flopping and some weak-ass calls, some bad calls? Yeah, there's going to be all that. But this is where we're allowed to go. But let me say this is not going to take away from the accomplishment of what the New York Knicks did. So every Knicks fans out there, you deserve to enjoy your time as champions because of the game plan that y'all had for the San Antonio Spurs. Everybody was betting on black, right? Spurs was the favorite. Now you're gonna have some people saying, "No, I was going with the Knicks." Bull crap, man. That sound good. I don't believe it. That sound good. I don't trust it. Come on, man. Spurs was a heavy favorite. Heavy favorite. So you sit there and say, "Well, I'm Spurs fan. I've been a Spurs fan, and yeah, I didn't bet against. I bet against my own team." Bullshit, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Shout out to Brother Average Man coming through. Now I know you in Houston, but what's the temperature down there in the Texas area, San Antonio? What's the gauge down there? My brother invited me down there to come and smoke a stogie and link up with. I might have to. We do have family down there. You know what I'm saying? We have family, our kids are going to school down there in that direction. So I might have to come down there and hang out with Average Man when I have to link up with the brother. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the brother for being here. He didn't have to. But I appreciate his presence. Thank you, sir. But now that the NBA is all said and done, it's final. We got to worry about the offseason. Part of the offseason is finding coaches that needs to be teams that we need to be a coach. And one of those teams is my Chicago Bulls. I'm trying to figure out why didn't we go for that Jason Kidd. It didn't make sense to me. Now, 5 years down the road, I could be wrong. This new coach that the Chicago Bulls hired, Tango Splitters. You know, he may be the guy. I would have took my chance on Jason Kidd. Splitter guided to the Trailblazers to a 42-40 record playoff, birthed at the number 7 seed in the Western Conference. I mean, Jesus Christ. Jeez. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's nothing to write home about. But when you make a decision this late in the season, and now you just got to live with it. You just have to live with it. And unfortunately for the Bulls, I feel like it's going to be the same old song and dance. getting rid of Billy Donovan and getting this splinter guy. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change at all. Same outcome. The Bulls went 31-51 last season and missed the playoffs. Are we surprised by this? I don't think Billy Donovan is an NBA coach. He needs to stick to the college of NBA level. Billy Donovan is a college coach. That's where he should have stayed. He made a mistake coming to the NBA. And I know his ego probably pushed him in that direction. That's not what should have happened. Now, of course, if y'all remember, Splitters is the intern coach for Chauncey Billups, who was, of course, arrested for illegal gambling and being involved in a gambling ring. So he took over as a head coach or intern head coach for the San Antonio Spurs. You know, he played 7 seasons in the NBA with the San Antonio Spurs, with the Hawks, Philadelphia Eagles, before coming in as scout and eventually a coach. He won a championship ring with the Spurs in 2014 as a player. I mean, he had some nice credentials, right? My man has some nice credentials, and that's all good, all fine and dandy. Shout out to my man for the $5 super chat. Shout out to the brother Mark. Mark comes through with the $5 super chat. I appreciate you, my brother. You didn't have to, you chose to, and I appreciate the blessings. Thank you, sir. He said, here in Houston, we are cool and not affected by the NBA Finals, but the San Antonio Spurs, the San Antonians, have their hands hanging right now. He said they out there like this. My heart goes out to the San Antonio Spurs. Not really, but I'm just going to show a level of empathy and sympathy for these guys because they had opportunities to tie the game when they was playing the 4th game, and they found a way to blow the game and not go into the basket when they had the New York Knicks in foul trouble. Now, see, that makes no sense. That's lack of basketball IQ. I know if my son was in that position, I know what he would do. He'd be going to that goddamn basket. I watch him do it in the basketball game. I asked him about that. What made you go to the basket? What made you go to the basket? Because they was in foul trouble, Daddy. You goddamn right. That's exactly the answer I wanted to hear. Because they was in foul trouble, I'm going to the basket. Either I'm going to make this free throw at the free throw line, I'm going to make my points by making the thing, and maybe even to get an and one. Who knows? But that's a smart answer. Shout out to him. Q said, screw the goddamn Knicks. He said, screw y'all. Well, you can screw them all you want, but guess what? Q, they're going to at least have a ring to put on it. You understand what I'm saying, Q? Q, they are in the same positions that you are. They put a ring on it. You got your marriage ring. The Knicks got their championship ring. So everybody gets a ring. Shout out to Brother Q for being a married man. Married men are winning. God damn it. Married men are winning. But like I said again, it is my birthday today. I'm enjoying my birthday. My wife bought me a birthday gift. I will not display it. I will not show it on the show. I will show it. I will shoot a video. And guys, if you had an opportunity to subscribe to my other channel, which is called Hinks Collectibles. Shame on you. Now, if you're not a collectible fan, I understand why you may not want, but you never know. You know, you may just want to see some different type of content, and so that's what I do over. That's what I do over. I make sure I try to produce different type of content over here and talk about, when I have my album of the week and my Funko Pop of the week, on my action figure of the week, I give like a backstory, right? I give like a backstory, and I upload the video on my channel, Hinks Collectibles, so you guys can see that. Whenever when I shoot my video talking about my birthday gift my wife got me, I'm going to shoot that and upload it to that same channel. So guys, I'm gonna drop the link. So in case you do want to subscribe, I appreciate you do if you do. I appreciate it if you do. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel, man. You'll be greatly entertained and appreciative of the content that I put on there. So there's a link to the channel. It's going to show up on all three platforms. The Just NFL Studio, aka NFL Roundtable, and of course here over in the basement. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification button so you turn it on to all. So whenever I drop a video, you'll be the first one to see it. I promise you, I appreciate that. But one thing I really will appreciate the most is if you hit that like button. That is another way you can help this show. Not only if you want to hit the Cash App, as you see my Cash App right there, the QR code up there too, is if you want to hit the Cash App. But I also have a super chat that you can also drop and show some financial support. But one of the most things that will help me the most is y'all do me a solid and hit that goddamn like button. Push the goddamn button. I greatly appreciate every last one of you guys here. If you're watching on replay, I appreciate you here. But I will appreciate it more if you hit that goddamn like button. Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button. Hey, guys, well, what else is going on? We have another champion that was crowned the other night. And that is the Louisville Kings, who is a local UFL team in my city. They won the title against the DC Commanders. Shout out to the DC Commanders for playing and having a good season, but they came up a little short because they ran into the Louisville Kings, whose team already beat them twice during the regular season and now was able to beat them for the championship in the postseason. So that's saying a lot, man. Chris Redmond is a local kid here. He's from here. You got a few of the players on the team that are local from the state. So I just want congratulations to them guys, man. I'm happy for them. They played a very entertaining game. I haven't had to see them in live in action in person. I wasn't able to do it this season, but I plan on going next season. Hopefully we can continue to keep this game rolling, man. But it was a great opportunity to watch them on games on TV, and I really had fun and enjoy watching them. You know what I'm saying? We do also have like a soccer team here, and it was almost like the same atmosphere as the Louisville soccer team, right? Because they play in the same stadium. So it was almost a lot of their fan base that was jumping onto the football fan base. But nonetheless, they won the UFL title. Congratulations to them young men and the coaching staff. And it's all good. My man Ig said, yes, sir. Nothing but love for the Knicks. Congrats. Enjoy the Knicks fans. Yes, sir. Shout out to my man, brother Harris, the Harris family. They have a great channel over there. Make sure y'all go over and subscribe to them brothers and that sister over there. They have the Harrison tribe. Shout out to them. I know he is a fan of the Knicks. I'm sure his lovely wife is as well. So they are enjoying the moment. Shout out to the Knicks. Like I said, one other news, the Kentucky Wildcats, which is my local state team, has new AD in the fold. Jay Batts is the new athletic director because Mitch Barnhart will be officially retiring at the end of this month of June. At the end of this month of June, AD will have a new one in the fold, and we hired him from Michigan State. He was only at Michigan State for 1 year. But when money talks, bullshit has to walk. So you have to say that. You have to understand that. Average man, I watched very little UFL this season. I have to do better. I know that's what we call accountability, average man. And that's okay. I watched about total 3 games. I watched a total of 3 games. I watched the first 2 games, and then I was able to watch a little bit of the championship game. So I can't sit there and say I was all yelling at the TV and all that stuff. I wasn't doing that. I ain't gonna lie. Matter of fact, I watched more WNBA games than the UFL game. I watch more of that. Man. That's crazy, right? But that's my reality. I watch more UFL games than I did more WNBA games than I did the UFL games. And that's okay. That's okay. It's okay. It's all good. I tell you this. Excuse me. With that championship game, the guy that played quarterback used to be playing for the Kings. They let him go because he had a rough start. He started off like 0-2. But he went down to DC. He was balling. And sometimes it's just the system you in, right? Sometimes it's just the chemistry. You know, and having the right chemistry can really help a player out. And so I feel like, with that being said, he went down to the DC team and really flourished. Unfortunately, he got hurt like a week before. Then he re-injured himself during that game. Now, the backup player did try to, do what he can to help come back, but at the end, he threw an interception. It was over. And the season was over, and we had to crown. If you're going to crown him, then crown our ass. R.I.P. to Dennis Green. But that was my opportunity of watching sports this weekend, and that's what I did. That's what I did, and I enjoyed every minute of it. But unfortunately, it's becoming this time of the period where it's going to get dead in the sports world for me. I ain't going to front you. It's going to get dead. I'm about to say, Lord, help me, give me the patience, because I'm going to definitely need it, because I'm not a baseball guy. I ain't going to lie. I am not a baseball guy. I'm not fond of baseball. I will watch it for the playoff reasons. Anything else other than that? Nah, I won't. But let me say this. Shout out to the Carolina hockey team. Shout out to the Carolina Hurricanes for winning the hockey title in 6 games. Shout out to the Hurricanes. Got the opportunity of seeing a Hurricane game on television. I didn't watch that series in detail. I only watched 1 game. He said, I am a Canes fan. I know that's right. Shout out to them. I was able to watch 1 game. And the game I watched, they won the title. That's a hell of a game to watch, ain't it? The title game. I know that's right. So yesterday was a title game for the hockey team. They beat the Vegas Knights. So shout out to them. Fortunately, my son will be going to school down in that area. So maybe we'll partake and get some tickets to the hockey game to watch the Carolina Hurricanes, as well as watch the Carolina Panthers and the Charlotte Hornets with the lowest IQ player ever in the NBA in LaMelo Ball. Damn. That's crazy to say, but that's what it is. That's just what it is. But let me also talk about this. I got great feedback on my men's mental health month show last Wednesday. I got a lot of great feedback. I got a lot of compliments, a lot of people thanking me, talking about it. And that's what's the most important thing, right? That people are talking about it, right? It's a conversation that men been needing to have, that I always do every year. And I always speak on men's mental health. But that show last week really sparked something, I think, for other people, especially on different platforms. And I was challenged with that. And the challenge was offered and issued. And the challenge was, Hink, we would like to do it more. Well, guys, I heard the challenge and I accepted the challenge. And with that said, I have offered my time, energy, and of course, money as well as resources on doing a show at least once a month. Talk about men's mental health. So from here until I stop doing it, until I do something different, the first Wednesday of every month, I dedicated my time to talk about men's mental health. Every first Wednesday of the month, I've dedicated my time, energy, and resources to talking about men's mental health. The first Wednesday of every month. So in July, we will be talking about right? We will be talking about, let's look at the dates on here this Wednesday coming up. I'm sorry. So it will be July the 1st. I will be talking about men's mental health. And I am dedicated doing this. Now, what I need from you guys is to continue to participate via the chat or even up on the channel. Again, like I shared with the people before, you don't necessarily have to be on camera. I have to see you to make sure it's you or who you are in the back. And once you cam down, I will bring you back up and you're able to stay on the show without the camera on. I'll be willing to do that. Now, would it be better if individuals came up? Yes, it would. The engagement would be better. It would be better for the audience. But at the same time, I also understand that people may not feel comfortable with showing their face. And I'm okay with that. Because the most important thing is for us just to have the conversation. Because we never know who this conversation can affect in a positive way. And that's what we want, right? That's one of the most important things that we could possibly get out of that. So with that being said, I'm committed to doing that. Ladies, it's only for the men. Nothing against you, ladies. I'm sure you have a lot of great subjects and things to share, and that's cool. You definitely could put it in the chat. If there's any questions you want us to talk about, put it in the chat. I will be doing a poll on social media talking about what subjects would you like for me and this group to be talking about. Well, let me read what Average Man said. Shout out to Average Man. He said, when Houston had a hockey team years ago, I didn't support them. Now I wish I had the arrows back. Okay. I definitely will go. I will go and see them. Okay. Shout out to them. He also said, last Wednesday's show was so good. I wanted to share so bad, but I was working and couldn't engage. Average man, I appreciate you, brother. Hopefully, with this new opportunity that I'm presenting to you guys, that you're able to come up and share with us, man. Break bread with us, chop it up, have the conversation, man, because I'm sure you have some stories that could probably help not only maybe me or someone else in the audience or somebody else in the future. So definitely, brother, I greatly appreciate it, and I'm glad you enjoyed last Wednesday's show. Hopefully, it was very beneficial to you, even though you wasn't able to come up here. But I appreciate your kind words and your sentiments and all that good stuff, brother. You know I rock with you. You always come through and support me every time, either financially or just with your presence. So thank you, sir. With that being said, I just want to make sure I put that out there for anybody. And I'm challenging you men. Let's make this great. No, I ain't gonna take I ain't gonna take the Trump slogan. Make America great. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. But let's do something great here with this, man. I believe we can. You know what I'm saying? I believe we can. I believe there is a need and there's a niche for it. And it's probably should have been something. 2026 shouldn't have been the first thing. We should have been doing stuff like that. And then that's okay. It wasn't done then, but it's going to be done now. And guys, I need for you guys to hold me accountable on me doing it. Make sure I'm consistent when I do it. And let me say this. Even if I don't do a live show, and there may be some Wednesdays where I can't show up, please forgive me. Right? If I'm not able to do the Wednesday show on the 1st, I will try to do it the following week. But we're not going to. It's not going to be a month where we're not going to do it. It may not always fall on the 1st. Life be life, right? Life be life, and some things may come up, but that's okay. I still will make sure that I have a show. I still will make sure that I have a show because I know it's a great thing for us men to have and do. I'm going to continue to push it out on people's platform that are willing to, and it's allowed to speak on it. Not everybody's okay with me advertising, and that's okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Not everybody's okay with me to advertising my stuff on that show. That's okay. But whenever I get the opportunity to mention it, please believe you me, I'm going to. And guys, if you're ever in the chat somewhere, just drop a little something in there. Talk about it. Make people aware. Bring light to a dark place. Bring eyes and make people aware of this. If you have any family members who could possibly benefit from that show, definitely encourage them to check it out. Make sure you guys subscribe and keep on all your notifications. So when it does jump off, you're right there with me. You won't skip a beat. I'm going to definitely make sure I advertise it on all social media platforms so there won't be no excuses saying, I didn't know, Hink. Bullshit. Because I'm going to put it there. And then I'm at least minimum giving you a 24 to 48 hour notice so you can prepare and schedule appropriately, whether for you to come up or just to listen to it or even watch it on the replay. I'm okay with that. I just want you guys to get the message. And that's the most important. So if you know anybody who's interested, send them my way, man. I promise you I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to be putting out a poll here. My trusty assistant, a.k.a. my secretary, a.k.a. Mrs. Hink, is in the process of helping me come up with some things. I'm also in the process of creating a thumbnail. So all of this stuff is in the works. Look at this old motherfucker here. Look at this old motherfucker. Look at it. I know it must be my birthday because you know why? My man keeping it funky, aka Mr. Logic, that showed up in the goddamn building. Gotta get some points. I know it's my birthday, and I'm celebrating my birthday today. I'm about to go up there and love up on my wife. What'd you say? He's black, Vanna White. God damn. Well, come through for you fellas. Yes, we are working on getting he said pull up. I know it. Well, Logic, I'm not a drinker. I'm not a drinker, Logic. But you know, I'm gonna pull up some goddamn water. God damn it. Drink more water. It's good for you. Logic, my wife bought me a beautiful gift. A beautiful a gift. Smoke it up then. I don't smoke. I don't smoke weed. Let me say that. I do smoke cigars. I'm a cigar. If you can see in the back, my humidor back there, I do smoke the cigars. I gotta feel it. I need to re-up. I need to re-up. I do need to re-up on my cigars. I might go this weekend and check something out. I'm going to me and my wife is heading out to Gatlinburg. We're celebrating our birthdays out there. Her birthday's 7 days from now. Matter of fact, her birthday is next Monday. And so we'll be spending our birthdays. We're going to Gatlinburg. She's never been to Gatlinburg before. So we are taking our talents. We're taking our talents to Gatlinburg. And we're going to have spent the weekend there and spend some quality time together. So, yes, he said, drop it in to show some love. Big brother Logic, I appreciate you. Hopefully you hit that goddamn like button like I need the rest of these clowns to do. You goddamn right. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. I promise you I appreciate every last one of you being here. I promise you that. But hit that like button. You're goddamn right. Push the goddamn button. But no. As far as the men's mental health show, it was a great success last Wednesday, and I can't wait to continue to do these things on a regular basis. You know, first Wednesday of every month, guys. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all turn the notifications on so y'all know it's popping off, and we're gonna have the conversation, man. Just men. That's it. No women are gonna be on the show. I mean, on the panel. Women can always drop in the chat. I'm not going to stop that. And that's cool. Any of the ladies, y'all may have questions. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, I'm gonna put out a survey on all my social medias, asking the questions. What would you like us to talk about? What subjects would you like us to be addressing on this July the 1st, this up and coming men's mental health show? June is Men's Mental Health Month. Let me post this crisis number so in case anybody may need to use it, it's there. It's there for you guys. So I wish you nothing but the best. I want to see every man to be successful and do the best and be the best version of himself. And if it takes getting certain kind of help, then you do what you got to do, fellas. You do what you have to do. Like I said, Logic, I appreciate your love. Thanks for coming by, man. Hopefully all is well with you and your family and your loved ones. Hopefully you are not out here chasing these tackheads. Logic probably messed around and got married since we last seen him. I don't know. He might have messed around and blessed a woman with his last name. God damn it. Who knows? Shout out to that brother, man, for stopping by, man. Shout out to that brother Logic. But yeah, man, great show last week. Congratulations again to the New York Knicks for winning the title. Congratulations to the the Carolina Canes for winning their title in hockey. Shout out to the Texas Longhorn ladies for winning the softball tournament. Now, in case y'all didn't know, the college men baseball is getting started this week. Got 8 teams remaining. who's going to come out on top. And guess who's got another team in Texas? Texas got the goddamn men's baseball team in their platform. Well, they balling down in Texas, ain't they? God damn! Shout out to the Austin, Texas boys for playing baseball and playing in the College World Series. Hopefully, they could do something. I don't know. You got about 4 SEC teams. I think Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas, and I want to say, I thought it was Oklahoma, Alabama, Ole Miss, Texas, and I want to say I thought it was Oklahoma was the 4th. No, let me take that back. It might have been Georgia. It might have been Georgia, the 4th team. I can't recall right offhand. I just remember seeing it flying across the screen. So I know it starts this week, as well as FIFA, the soccer, that other football is being played. We won the other day. So shout out to USA. Y'all know it. Hopefully we can keep on, because I have not seen a local soccer team do well in the FIFA. Not into soccer, but it is what it is. It's still big here. Soccer is a world-renowned game where everybody in the world likes to play soccer somewhere in the world. It is what it is. I might have to watch a game or two. I probably won't watch the whole game. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't gonna get me through a whole goddamn game, but I'll watch a game or two. I watch a game or two. I watch maybe a couple shots at the goal. That's why I don't watch it. Something like I'm gonna do baseball until the playoff starts for the baseball in the Major League Baseball. That's when I watch it. That's when I partake, and that's when I get close and start paying attention. Not till then. But what I can say, shout out to the White Sox. They are number 1. Now, how long is that going to last? Who knows? But I know some brothers, man, that I do a show on Sunday evening, a sports show with them. And they are Chicago fans, Bull fans, the Bird fans, Cubs, as well as White Sox. And so I know they was talking about the other day how the White Sox number 1 in the division. Shout out to them. Big brother Lonnie, man, good to see you, brother. It's been a little minute, but glad you're still with us, brother. I promise you I am. And out here celebrating 51 years of living. Today's my birthday. I'm enjoying every bit of it. Just living life, man. Living life. Got a lot of messages on social media wishing me a happy birthday. My son texted me this morning wishing me a happy birthday. Sometimes that's all you need, right? Sometimes it's not about the gifts, you know what I'm saying? But it's about the appreciation that you receive from it. So that's a beautiful thing. Seeing that your kids have love for you and appreciation to you and sharing and wishing you happy birthday. Thank you, brother Lonnie. I promise you, I appreciate it. I'm not a guy who likes throwing big parties and nothing like it. That's never been my style. I'm more of a small gathering or get together, and I'm cool with just that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with just a small little gathering, a dinner. You know what I'm saying? A dinner and just saying, happy birthday, Hank. He said, I'm coming next month. I know that. Look here, let me say this, Lonnie. Shout out to you, brother. I know you're looking forward to celebrating another year. And matter of fact, we having a show that Wednesday. So make sure you definitely come through, man, because that's the first Wednesday of the month that we are going to start doing our men's mental health show on a monthly basis. We're going to do it every first Wednesday of the month. So July the 1st will be our first official one. So that's on your birthday, brother. I'll make sure I share my well wishes for you and many more years to come. He said, me too. It don't take much for men. I know that's right. My man Titan come through. Shout out to that brother. That's the brother I was telling y'all about that that I'll be over on the show on Sunday nights or Sunday evenings, and we was chopping it up and talking about the White Sox are number one in their division. Shout out to the AL leading White Sox. Shout out to man Titan and all the brothers that be over there with us. Do me a favor, guys. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I know y'all ain't hit that like button. Some of y'all hold back on like button. We waiting for a court order. Please don't make me send the goddamn sheriff to the door to get a goddamn like button. You're goddamn right. Shout out to the brother Cortez, who was on the show with me last week, who chopped it up with me. Had a couple of his buddies, man. They was in the background, and shout out to them guys for coming through, man. Leave some comments and engaging in the chat. I appreciate every last one of you guys who are engaging in the chat, who left a comment, left some kind words, encouraging words. Also, the ones who sent out super chats last week in financial support for the show. So shout out to you guys for that, man. You didn't have to do that, but you chose to, and I appreciate it. I promise you, I do. The one last thing I definitely want to make sure that I definitely talk. He said I couldn't. I said I'm gonna be there, and he said I couldn't get into base. A lot of me neither, man. I ain't gonna front. Baseball just wasn't my thing, man. It just wasn't my thing, right? I never got into it. Always appreciate the game because I realize how hard it is to hit a fastball, and it took a special type of talent to do that. But it was just never something I could get into. Never something I could get into. But I want to say this and talk about the importance of a man's mental health. You got a couple brothers, man, that's going through some stuff right now. And one of them is Carmelo and the psychological trauma that he's going through dealing with being locked up. Now, whether you agree or you disagree, whether you agree or disagree with the verdict and the time that he got for the verdict, it's still going to create mental anguish on that young man. If he serves all 35, he has to do 17 years. It's still going to really mess with his mind. Another individual that's going to suffer from that situation is the father. He's already seemed like he's unsure and has lack of confidence, right? That's what I get from him. Like I say, that's hard on anybody who's never in and out of jail. I know that's right. But the fact that the father is going through it and second guessing himself on certain decisions that was made between him and his ex-wife, as far as it pertains to their son, that's rough. Because you got to be strong for the family, but sometimes you can't do that because the moment is so big. And this is one of them situations he kind of let son down by not really getting the right counsel I don't think, the right advice from individuals, and sometimes listen to the wrong individuals doesn't always turn out the way you think it should. Excuse me, man, look at these hiccups. Sorry, guys. But I couldn't imagine the mental anguish this has become bestowed on him, and what these two individuals are going to be dealing with. Right? I mean, that's all we could do is just pray for the family and pray that they are able to get their appeal. You know what I'm saying? And maybe get a retrial and maybe get lesser time. Look, I'm not going to sit there and say he doesn't deserve any time. Hey, you'll never get that out of me. He does deserve some time. But 35 years is really extreme. That's just my opinion, regardless of whatever side of fence you think on. 35 years is extreme. That's way too much. Now, what I heard is there was they tried to negotiate a settlement. Of course, Carmelo's didn't go for that. The 10-year settlement, I think that was fair. 10 years is probably the max I would give a plea on the plea deal that they tried to offer. Now, he didn't do it. Of course, he went to trial, and then we see what happens. I think that's about fair for what happened and how things went down, however you feel about it. I think it's fair. I know if I was the family of the person who's deceased, I probably would want more. I'm sure they're okay with what he got. I'm sure. But it was extreme, though, man. So, with that being said, I just talk about the mental side of the situation, what they're dealing with. Man, I pray that they are able to get whatever help that they need to deal with these issues. It's going to be some challenging times these next few years, regardless of what happens as far as the case. Pray that they get the help that they need, man, because they're going to need it. They are going to need it. I promise you they are. With that being said, guys, do me a favor. Hit that like button.
Push the goddamn button.
Yeah, goddamn right. Push that like button. And I appreciate every last one of you guys being here. What's my man, Average Man? He said, honestly, I haven't kept up with the whole incident and trial. I do have some doubts about his attorney. Yeah. The jury selection and the evidence and the verdict. I'm sorry. Prayers on both families' impact. I talk and talk to him. All right, what's that mean, brother? What do you mean when you say it? I talk and talk to him. What are you saying? You saying you had conversations with the family? I'm just curious. But man, I couldn't imagine being in that situation. I couldn't. My grandson. Okay, talk to your grandson. Yeah, look. Unfortunately, you always have to use situations like this as stories for your family members, your little brothers, your sons, your nephews, and all that good stuff, man. You have to. I remember talking to my son about one of his teammates when he was in high school and how one of them got a young girl pregnant, and his high school basketball career pretty much ended right there because he had to focus on making money and taking care of a child, and he was a child himself. He's hard-headed, man. I know how that goes. I have a daughter like that. That's hard-headed. And sometimes, man, you just got to turn over to the Lord, man. Sometimes you have to. Me and her mother has been trying to talk to her, but she's so like that level of entitlement, man. She tried to hold me to it like like when she wants me to do certain things for my granddaughter, she holds me like I'm the father of the child. I'm not the father of the child. That's not me. I'm the grandfather. And it's optional. I don't have any kids anymore like that. I have young adults and adults. She's 30, so she's a full-grown adult. I don't have babies no more. That's my grandbaby. So if I had the time and I can keep her or do things with her or do that, I will. But if I don't, you got to be okay with hearing the word no. See, I learned a long time ago how to say the word no. That's allowed me to have a lot more, less gray hairs, that allow me to have a lot more time, energy, as well as funds. And when I say funds, I mean monies. That allow me to get certain individuals out of my area code by saying no. I've learned that a long time ago. An OG told me sometimes, dog, you got to know how to say no and stand on it and be okay with it. On that point, I've been there for probably about 20-some years. I'm okay with it. It is what it is. Yeah, I wasn't ready to go down this road, but sometimes the chat takes you there, right? You know, sometimes the questions or the statements or whatever's on your heart takes you there. He said something. I wish I could jack him up. God, if he's a boy, you could jack him up. God damn it. I can't do my daughter. I can't go hit him in his goddamn chest. Can't do that. But I understand what you mean. Lonnie, I promise you I do. I definitely understand. I've been there, I've done that, you know. But guys, with that being said, man, I just fellas, I want to see us win, man. And I know we can by helping, teaching, educating, talking, encouraging, uplifting, and sometimes getting on your person. Sometimes you got to get in the face. Sometimes it's like that. You can't. Every situation doesn't call for that. So, and I was sharing with somebody earlier today. Sometimes you can't use a hammer on every job, right? Sometimes you just take a screwdriver, slow and methodical, but to get the job done. Sometimes it does that. You can't always use a drill. Can't always use a jackhammer. Can't always use a sledgehammer. Sometimes you got to cut it with a butter knife. So, guys, with that being said, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Do me a favor, hit that like button before you go. I'm about to enjoy the rest of my birthday and relax and take it easy and enjoy the big 51. With that being said, I appreciate every last one of you guys being here and you beautiful people. I will catch you on the next one. Right on.